this video, we're going to be talking about bunker mechanics and ideas. And at the end of the video, we're going to talk about a drill that'll really help you ingrain the right feel and the right mechanics. So there's a couple ideas out of the bunker that I really care about. And it's the idea to start with a narrower stance and put the ball a little bit more in the middle and not start with such a bunker stance. When you start out with what's traditionally a bunker stance, which is more open and leaning way left, that's advanced. That's very advanced. There's a lot of good PGA Tour players that do that, but to really understand the concept of where we're going with this, it's about controlling how the club enters the sand and which direction you can make it move. If we're hitting a golf ball in a certain direction, it is extremely important to get the club moving in a certain direction. And sometimes we stand in a way, we're trying to hit the ball that way, and you can clearly see that I'm standing in a diagonal, and it is very hard for you to get the club head to move in a general direction. Let's just forget the body for a second. The club head, if I'm hitting the golf balls towards you, it must be moving in this direction. Because if we're getting the club head to move this way and getting the ball to move towards the camera, again, that's very advanced. So I love this exercise, and I remember Butch Harmon and his brothers. There's a really famous Golf Digest article where Butch and his brothers, all three of them, they're hitting bunker shots one-handed, and they're all kind of posing as the ball's coming out. And that's just an excellent exercise. And it'll really teach you that where you need to be with your feet, which direction, where your hands need to be. If your hands are too far back, it's very hard to bottom out where you need to. Your hands must feel more forward. A lot of golfers are worried about the club face being pointed to the right. You don't have to open the club face up that much, but the butt end of the club definitely needs to feel much more left than you think. And not only that, it must stay there. It must stay in that orientation the whole way. So when I do this practice swing, I don't feel like the back of the right wrist even moves. Let me demonstrate. I'm gonna hit a couple shots here, one-handed. You can see my stance isn't very wide. Ball's about in the middle of the stance. I didn't have to do anything to get the club in the sand or out of it because the ball orientation was about in the middle. I'm going to show you again. And here's a great way. If you think you know how the club needs to move, try it one-handed. If you think you can release the club early and get it to swing left and hit it, try it. You'll start to understand how difficult that is. And again, not that it's not possible to cut across it and release early, it's just very difficult. Here we go, with the right hand. Go back. That was pretty good. And you'd be surprised, I feel like my hands are so far forward there. I've got a pretty low bounce wedge, and this is far from steep. Understanding those concepts and feels, one of the most difficult things when it comes to ideas is asking another great player, another PGA Tour player, what do you feel out of the bunker? What are you feeling hitting that shot? And that's not important. What does it matter what one feels? What really matters is what you feel and what you need to feel. When you start doing this exercise, this drill with your left hand, you'll start to understand that the more your body opens up, it's hard to hit the ball forward. You get really cutty with it. It's almost easier if you just face the ball the whole time and kind of extend your arm. Give that a try. Set up pretty square. Let me go back. Really good. Check the direction of your divot. And it'll really teach you what's the right ball contact, what's the right speed, what's the right understanding. Trying to figure out these different concepts. How does the club need to enter the sand? How does it need to exit the sand? Do we have to do a lot? And this one-handed demonstrations, it's a great way to show not much needs to happen to hit great bunker shots. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments below what you think of the drill and this idea, and what are some of your ideas. If you haven't already, please subscribe, hit that like button, and can't wait to see you on the next video.